Hello learners, I am Jitendra Tomar and I welcome you to the Knowledge Series video blog on Internet of Things. Over the past few years, IoT has become one of the most important technologies of the 21st century. Now that we can connect everyday objects such as kitchen appliances, cars, thermostats, baby monitors to the internet via embedded devices, a seamless communication is possible between people, processes, and things. Let us discuss in detail about Internet of Things. It's today's technology and tomorrow's prospect. It is here and will transform the way we had been living. Let us understand the vision on IoT, why it is one of the most talked about prospect. Our world is on the verge of an amazing transformation, one that will affect every person, town, company, and thing that forms the basis of our society and economy. In the same way, internet redefines how we communicate, work, and play. A new revolution is unfurling that will again challenge us to meet new business demands and embrace the opportunities of technical evolution. Old and new industries, cities, communities, and individuals alike will need to adopt, evolve, and help create the new patterns of engagement that our world desperately needs. In response to these issues, we are moving towards a new era of intelligence, one driven by rapidly growing technical capabilities. M2M and IoT are two of the technologies that form the basis of the new world that we will come to inhabit. Anything in the physical realm that is of interest and to be observed and controlled by people, businesses, or organizations will be connected and will offer services via the internet. The physical entities can be of any nature, such as buildings, farmland, and natural resources like air, and even such personal real world concepts as my favorite tracking route, and so on. Let us uncover our world's transformation towards the IoT and hope to understand the framework that will felicitate the world in coming times. M2M and IoT background, let's discuss that. Both M2M and IoT are results of the technological progress over the last decades, including not just the decreasing cost of semiconductor components, but also the spectacular uptake of the internet protocols and the broad adoption of the internet. The application opportunities for such solutions are limited only by our imaginations. However, the role that M2M and IoT will have in industry and broader society is just starting to emerge for a series of interacting and interlinked reasons. To elaborate on, the internet has undoubtedly had a profound impact across society and industries over the past 2 decades, starting off as ARPANET, connecting remote computers together, the introduction of the TCP/IP protocol suite, and later the introduction of services like email and the World Wide Web created a tremendous growth of usage and traffic. In conjunction with innovations that dramatically reduce the cost of semiconductor technologies and the subsequent extension of the internet at a reasonable cost via mobile networks, billions of people and businesses are now connected to the internet. Quite simply, no industry and no part of society have remained untouched by this technical revolution. At the same time that the internet has been evolving, another technology revolution has been unfolding: the use of sensors, electronic tags, and actuators to digitally identify, observe, and control objects in the physical world. Rapidly decreasing the cost of sensors and actuators have meant that where such components previously cost several thousands each, they are now a few rupees. In addition, these devices, through increases in the computational capacity, of the associated chipsets are now able to communicate via fixed and mobile networks. As a result, they are able to communicate information about the physical world in real time across networks with high bandwidth at low relative cost. So while we have seen M2M solutions for quite some time, we are now entering a period of time where the uptake of both M2M and IoT solutions will increase dramatically. The reasons for this are threefold. In very first reason, an increased need for understanding the physical environment in its various forms, from industrial installations through to public spaces and consumer demands. These requirements are often driven by efficiency improvements, sustainability objectives, or improved health and safety. The second reason is the improvement of technology and improved networking capabilities. And the third reason includes reduced cost of components and the ability to more cheaply collect and analyze the data they produce. What makes the M2M and IoT markets take off today, therefore, is needs meeting enabling technologies at the right cost. And the cost is playing very, very vital factor here. So let's proceed and understand and discuss M2M communication. M2M refers to those solutions that allow communication between devices of the same type and a specific application, all via wired or wireless communication networks. M2M solutions allow end users to capture data about events from assets, such as temperature or inventory levels in an organization. Typically, M2M is deployed to achieve productivity gains, reduce costs, and increase safety or security. M2M has been applied in many different scenarios, including the remote monitoring and control of enterprise assets or to provide connectivity of remote machine type devices. Remote monitoring and control has generally provided the incentive for industrial application, whereas connectivity has been the focus in other enterprise scenarios, such as connected vending machines or point of sale terminals for online credit card transactions. M2M solutions, however, do not generally allow for a broad sharing of data or connection of the devices in question directly to the internet. Moving on to a typical M2M solution overview, it consists of M2M devices, communication networks that provide remote connectivity for the devices, service enablement and application logic, and integration of the M2M applications into the business processes provided by an information technology system of the enterprise, as illustrated in the figure here. The M2M system solution is used to remotely monitor and control enterprise assets of various kinds and to integrate those assets into the business processes of an enterprise in question. The asset can be a wide range of types. It could be vehicle, it could be freight container, a building, or a smart electricity meter, all depending upon the type of enterprises for which it has been implemented. The system components of an M2M solutions are as follows. First, M2M device. This is the M2M device attached to the asset of interest and provides sensing and actuation capabilities. The M2M device is here generalized as there are a number of different realizations of these devices, ranging from low-end sensor nodes to high-end complex devices with multi-model sensing capabilities. The second is the network. The purpose of network is to provide remote connectivity between the M2M device and the application site servers. Many different network types can be used and include both wide area networks and local area networks, sometimes also referred to as a capillary network or M2M area networks. Third are M2M service enablement. Within the generalized system solution, the concept of a separate service enablement component is also introduced. This component provides generic functionality that is common across a number of different applications. Its primary purpose is to reduce cost for implementation and ease of application development. The emergence of service enablement as a separate system component is a clear trend. The fourth is M2M application. The application component of the solution is a realization of the highly specific monitor and control process. The application is further integrated into the overall business process system of the enterprise. The process of remotely monitoring and controlling assets can be of many different types. For instance, remote car diagnostics or electricity meter data management and so on. So let us see key application areas of M2M. A selected summary of M2M application market is provided here. The largest segment is currently telematics for cars and vehicles. Typical applications include navigation, remote vehicle diagnostics, pay-as-you-drive, insurance schemes, road charging, and stolen vehicle recovery. The perfect examples of this are Ola and Uber. Metering applications, meanwhile, include primarily remote meter management and data collection for energy consumptions in the electricity utility sector, but also the same is being used for gas utilizations and water consumption. Remote monitoring is more generalized monitoring of assets and includes remote patient monitoring as one prime example. Fleet management includes a number of different applications like data logging, goods and vehicle positioning, and security of valuable or hazardous goods, and is a backbone for logistics management in today's date. Security applications are mainly those related to home alarms and small business surveillance solutions. The final market segment is automated teller machines and point of sale terminals, which are used for realization of payments and dynamic inventory management. From M to M, let us now understand the basic concepts of Internet of Things. The IoT is a widely used term for a set of technologies, systems, and design principles associated with the emerging wave of Internet connected things that are based on the physical environment. In many respects, it can initially look the same as M2M communication, connecting sensors and other devices to information and communication technology, ICT systems, via wired or wireless networks. In contrast to M2M, however, IoT also refers to the connection of such systems and sensors to the broader internet, as well as the use of general internet technologies. In the longer term, it is envisaged that an IoT ecosystem will emerge not dissimilar to today's internet, allowing things and real-world objects to connect, communicate, and interact with one another in the same way humans do via the web today. Increased understanding of the complexity of the systems in question, economies of scale, and methods for ensuring interoperability in conjunction with key business drivers and governance structures across value chains will create wide-scale adoption and deployment of IoT solutions. No longer will the internet be only about people, media, and content, but it will also include all real-world assets and intelligent creatures exchanging information, interacting with people, supporting business processes of enterprises, and creating knowledge. The IoT is not a new internet. It is an extension of the existing internet services. The figure illustrates the concept of IoT. So the services on the cloud could be used to develop other services such as automotive transport, utilities, smart cities, agriculture, health. A smart city is also on priority of the government. And this could be done, the monitoring and collection of data could be done using devices which comes from various domains such as surveillances, personal devices, and so on. And they will be able to help people assess the vehicles and other physical infrastructure and will support efficient usage of these physical assets. IoT is about the technology, the remote monitoring and control, and also about where these technologies are applied. IoT can have a focus on the open, innovative promises of the technologies at play and also on advanced and complex processes inside very confined and closed environments such as industrial automation. When employing IoT technologies in more closed environment, an alternative interpretation of IoT could then be Internet of Things. Visions to put forward, IoT have included notions like a global open fabric of sensors and actuator services that integrate numerous wireless sensor networks, WSN deployments, and provide different levels of aggregated sensor and actuator service in an open manner for application innovation and for use in not only pure monitor and control type applications, but also to augment or enrich other types of services with contextual information. So IoT applications will not only rely on data and services from sensor and actuators alone. Equally important is the blend of other information sources that have relevance from the viewpoint of the physical world. These can be data from geographic information systems, GIS, like road databases and weather forecasting systems, and can be of both a static nature and a real-time nature. Looking towards the applications and services in the IoT, it could be seen that the application opportunities are open-ended and only imagination will set the limit of what is achievable. Starting from typical M2M applications, one can see applications domains emerging that are driven from very diverse needs from across industry, society, and people, and can be of both local interest and global interest. Applications can focus on safety, convenience, or cost reduction, optimizing business processes, or fulfilling various requirements on sustainability and assisted living. We can point to examples of emerging application domains that are driven by different trends and interests. Few are listed in the figure on the slide. As can be seen, they are very diverse and can include applications like urban agriculture, robots, and food safety tracing. Expanding on these applications, the first one that we need to discuss is urban agriculture, as quite new innovation is coming into the agriculture domain. Already today, more than 50% of the world's population lives in urban area and cities. The year 2007 was the landmark year for the world. For the first time in the history, more than 50% of the world's population was living in cities rather than rural area. And this data came from UN Habitat 2011. This trend sees no signs of reversing. The increased attention on sustainable living includes reducing transportation and, in the case of food production, reducing the needs for pesticides. The prospect of producing food at the place where it is consumed in urban areas is a promising example. By using IoT technologies, urban agriculture could be highly optimized. Sensors and actuators can monitor and control the plant environment and tailor the conditions according to the needs of the specific specimen. Water supply through a combination of rain collection and remote feeds can be combined on demand. City or urban districts can have separate infrastructures for the provisioning of different fertilizers. Drainage can be provided so as not to spoil crops growing on facades and rooftops of buildings, as well as to take care of any recyclable nutrients. Weather and light can be monitored, and necessary blends that can shield and protect, as well as create greenhouse microclimates, can be automatically controlled. Fresh air generated by plants can be collected and fed into buildings, and tanks of algae that consume waste can generate fertilizers. A vision of urban agriculture is to be a self-sustaining system. Urban agriculture can be a mix of highly industrialized deployments with vertical greenhouses and collective efforts by individuals in apartments by the use of more to do it yourself style equipments. The second field that we need to discuss is robotics, especially when they are being utilized by mining industry. The mining industry is undergoing a change for the future. Production rates must be increased, cost per produced unit should be decreased, and the lifetime of mines and sites must be prolonged. In addition, human workforce safety must be higher with fewer or no accidents, and environmental impact must be decreased by reducing energy consumption and carbon emissions. The mining industry answer to this is to turn each mine into a fully automated and controlled operations. The process chain of the mine involving blasting, crushing, grinding, and ore processing will be highly automated and interconnected. The heavy machinery used will be remotely controlled and monitored. Mine sites will be connected and shafts monitored in terms of air and gases. As up to 50% of energy consumption in a mine can come from ventilation, energy savings can be done by very precise ventilation where the diesel vehicles are operating. And sensors in the mine can provide information about the location of the machines. The trend is also that local control rooms will be replaced by the larger control rooms at a corporate headquarters. Sensors and actuators will remotely control both the sites and the massive robots which will operate mining machines for drilling, haulage, and processing. To state the examples, companies like Rio Tinto, with their Mine of the Future program, as well as ABB, drive this development, and they should be followed to know the latest happenings in the mining area. The last and third aspect that we are going to discuss here is food safety. After several outbreaks of food-related illnesses in the US and US Food and Drug Administration, USFDA, it created its Food Safety and Modernization Act, FSMA, in year 2011. The main objective with FSMA is to ensure that the US food supply is safe. Similar food safety objectives have been declared by the European Union and the Chinese authorities also. These objectives will have an impact across the entire food supply chain from the farm to the table and require a number of actors to integrate various parts of their businesses. From the monitoring of farming conditions for plant and animal health, registration of the use of pesticides and animal food, the logistics chain to monitor environmental conditions as produce is being transported, and retailers handling of food, all will be connected. Sensors will provide the necessary monitoring capabilities and tags like RFID will be used to identify the items so that they can be tracked and traced throughout the supply chain. The origin of the food can also be completely transparent to the consumers. As can be seen by these very few examples, IoT can target very point and close domain oriented applications as well as very open and innovation driven applications. Applications can stretch across an entire value chain and provide life cycle perspectives. Applications can be for business to business as well as for business to consumer and can be complex and involve numerous actors as well as large set of heterogeneous data sources. We will progress to see how IoT is driven by a set of diverse needs and how, based on those needs, one can arrive at a set of different needed recovering capabilities. We will also see how different technologies emerge that will enable building IoT, as well as a generalized model or architecture for how to build different target IoT solutions. I thank you for viewing the video cast. I take your leave as of now and hope that today's deliberations have added new knowledge perspective and generated new ideas. You can subscribe the channel to receive the updates on various topics under Knowledge series. I wish you a very prosperous future and success. Thank you so very much for attending the podcast. Thanks a lot.